Hey, it's Courier Girl, and I want to do some searching for courier jobs today. People have been asking me about that, like how do you find places to work for? How do you find courier jobs? So I'm just going to do that today, and I might do more videos later in other areas. If you're interested in that, put that in the comments below where you'd like me to search. But today I'm going to do Cleveland because one of my subscribers is kind of in the Cleveland area and asked me for some tips, and I thought, well, I may as well make a video and highlight Cleveland as a city. So you're going to start by going to Google. I use the Chrome browser. You can use whatever you want. You can use DuckDuckGo if you like that better, or Bing, but I'm using Google because for me, when it comes to job hunts, it seems to return better results. So you're going to put courier jobs, Cleveland, Ohio. Now, if you're in a really small town, I would put the next biggest city because you never know, they might have jobs going out to your area. So start with the next bigger city, and if you're in a really rural place, put in your county instead. Like I think Cleveland's in Cuyahoga County, so you could put courier jobs, Cuyahoga County. But we're doing a metro area. There are millions of people there. There are plenty of courier jobs there. So I kind of skip the ads. The ads are a mixed bag. So they wouldn't be paying money to Google to have an ad if they weren't getting results and if they didn't have jobs available. So like, why would you put an ad up if you didn't want to hire anybody? So you can do the ads, or you can go down to these, which are just your organic responses, organic things. So let's look at this ad first. And I right click and I will open in a new tab, so I keep my search open here. All right. This is going to put my zip code in. And I'm going to skip the email because I don't want to be inundated with emails. Now, what I would suggest is that if you're using this and you're going to be signing up, I would use a dedicated email just for jobs so that your main email doesn't get all clogged up. So Uber Eats, that is a what I call an app job because you put a phone app on there. Amazon, that's warehouse worker. That's not delivery. Another Uber Eats. Uber Eats is really looking for people, but they've got mixed reviews. This is warehouse. You don't want that. Warehouse, you don't want that. So you can tell that this particular ad is not really going to give you a lot of great results. All right, so it's kind of like clickbait. It says delivery driver ads, and then your actual results aren't that good. So let's close this one. We don't really care about that. All right, this is for fountain.com, which is, I believe it's another, it's related to Amazon. So this is delivery, Amazon delivery. You can drive an Amazon truck. There's Amazon Flex that can do it in your own vehicle. I've known people who've done that, and I've known people who've done that in cars and in SUVs. You don't have to have a van for that. So you can put your Cleveland, Ohio. Click on that. It's within 50 miles. You can make it a little bit less or a little bit more. If you're in the outskirts, like a suburb of Cleveland or in a small town, say you're in Akron, but you're searching Cleveland, you can just leave it at the 50 miles because it's going to give you more results. So, here's Bedford, Cleveland, Solon, Akron, or Solon, I don't know how you say that, Euclid, North Jackson, Bedford Heights. There's a whole bunch of different ones, and here are the going rates. Now, a lot of times these are going to be W-2 jobs. You get a paycheck and you're driving their vehicle. So that's why they pay less. See, here's one of the things about being a courier if you're driving your own job, if you're driving your own vehicle, paying for your own gas, your own maintenance, your own insurance, your own everything, you need to be making more money because those are all costs. If you're driving their vehicle and they're paying for the gas, they're paying for the maintenance and the insurance and all that kind of stuff, they're going to give you less money because they have all of that overhead. So you got to think about those things. So I'm going to close this because we're not looking for W-2 jobs. We're looking for delivery jobs. But before I totally get rid of it, I'm going to go under here and do driver gigs and just see if that returns anything different. So gig driver, see the search is gig driver jobs, 2 Couriers, gig driver, Cleveland, Ohio. And let's see, I'm not really seeing anything here. So this is just not, to me, this job's 2 Couriers. Maybe if we played with the search a little bit, we might get something better, but off the top of my head, it's not that great. All right. And you know what? I did not rehearse this. I'm doing this off the cuff because I'm pretending like I'm you looking for a courier job. All right. So jobs near Cleveland, Ohio. We're going to do courier. All right. Medical couriers, reliable runners. This is through ZipRecruiter, but I bet you, let's see, contracted small fleets owner operators. That means you have your own car or you have 2 or 3 or 4 people working for you, but you can do it with your own car. And medical couriers are often, able, like cars are fine. They often don't have that much stuff, so you don't need a big van all the time. This says dependable, aggressive, late model vehicles, cars, and vans. They don't want you to drive a rusty old junk bucket is basically what it was. And they want you to have something reliable. They don't want you to call off all the time because your car broke down. So, opportunities throughout northeastern Ohio. Look at all these different places. It's probably even more places than that. Bi-weekly settlements, that means you get paid every other week. You can build your business and your future. So they want smoke-free, so that could be a problem if you're a smoker. You have to be over 21. You have to have a smartphone. They're probably using an app. They want your driver's license. Now, copy of clean driver's license, you can ask them about that. Most people don't care if you have 1 or 2 tickets, but if you're close to getting suspended or you've had a lot of wrecks, it's going to be a problem. Copy of your registration, auto insurance, federal EIN. That probably means they want you to be an LLC, but you can ask them about that. An EIN is free to get if you need one. Otherwise, you can use your Social Security number, which is fine for most people. And whether you should become an LLC or not is a whole different video. But I tell people, if you're just trying this out at first, I did not get an LLC at first, and because I didn't know if I was going to do it. So I would start with what you got, and you can always change that later. This one's a DBA registration or articles of incorporation. I'm not sure in Ohio you need to even register a DBA, so you'd have to look more into that. And they want you to know Cleveland. In other words, you haven't just moved there last week. And HIPAA, because you're a medical courier, and they might be able to give you training for that. So, and let's do read more. So it tells you, so reliable runners, you know the name of the company. So we're going to put that into the Google search. I personally don't like to apply through like a recruiting service. I like to call the company directly, and I like to research them directly. All right. So now we found Reliable Runners Logistics, and we can look through that to find out more about them, to find out what they do. They do expedited delivery, warehousing, and distribution. So they can warehouse stuff for you and deliver it, which this maybe isn't the kind of job you want, but you understand that you could be picking up at their warehouse and delivering. There could be scheduled deliveries, meaning you could have a route. Parts that's probably coming from their warehouse. Fulfillment services, they can actually fill orders for you. So as a delivery driver, that might mean you take orders that are filled out to customers in the immediate area, or they might be shipping the post office and UPS, depending on what it is. All right, fleet outsourcing, meaning you could be one of their delivery drivers or couriers. Now, we already know from this that they want you to have your own car. And don't let late model, don't let that scare you away. They really want reliable, well-maintained vehicles, and most delivery companies right now are looking for people. So call them even if you think you don't qualify. And okay, so don't let that deter you, because you never know what they might need that you fill in for. So you can look here, you can read about us, just look through their website and say, hey, in my mind, what do I think about it? Is this a solid company? Has it been around a while? You don't want a fly-by-night. So Easy Runner is probably the app that they're using. And it looks like they do medical and dental. Did you see that from, I don't know where that was. It just said medical and dental services. And you can contact them, and then they have a blog. So I would spend some time on this website reading about them so that you can intelligently approach them to say, hey, I want to do business with you. I would do that instead of applying through ZipRecruiter first. And then I would call them with questions, and you can formulate your own questions, and that's probably should be another video about like what to ask people. And then if they tell you, we'll just apply through ZipRecruiter, you can do that, but you already have some, quote, insider information if you've done your homework. All right, Cleveland Couriers, that's another one. So let's see if they have a website. I don't know if you know this, but you can right click and you can search video or search Google for what's highlighted. So Cleveland Couriers website. They're in Tremont, Ohio. That's kind of near Cleveland. They do 1 hour or less, so they're same day service. They probably have longer services too. They have routes. They can go to Columbus, Cincinnati, Dayton, Toledo, Akron, Canton, Pittsburgh, Detroit. So if you're near one of those other places and you're willing to drive into Cleveland to pick up stuff and then deliver it back kind of close to your house so that you can then go home. Let's say you live in Akron. Maybe you want to pick up a Cleveland to Akron, or you live in Toledo. You want to pick up a Cleveland, Toledo. Cleveland to Canton, that's another one. Or, a small town around there, that might be worth it to drive into Cleveland and then pick it up and then end up close enough to home so you can just go home. So that's something to look at. Kind of cool. Package delivery, medical stuff, legal stuff, that's probably documents. Same day freight, you'd need something bigger from that. That's box trucks, but if you can drive a box truck, they don't require you usually to have your own truck. You're driving one of them. I mean, most courier companies, they know that you just don't happen to have an extra box truck sitting in your driveway. You're going to make a little bit less because you're using their vehicle, but you make more because it's a truck run instead of a car run. You're hauling bigger things, probably stuff on skids or whatnot. And so that's something that's worth looking into if you can drive a box truck. And most box trucks, depending on the size and the weight limit and everything, you don't need to have a CDL for. So you can check all that stuff out. They do routes and scheduled deliveries, so you could get on a route perhaps where, like I have a route where Monday through Friday I do a specific number of stops at a specific number of locations. That's what I do early morning. And I have so many stops, and then I'm done with that route for the day. Mail runs, interoffice services. So they're taking mail and packages probably between offices of like large companies or locations of large companies. Let's see, passport processing and delivery. Perishables, so they can deliver food. That's probably like grocery delivery, restaurant food, other perishables, and they can even file legal documents. Now, that doesn't mean you have to do all of these. You could just sign up for one of these or two of these, but don't close your mind to it, because you may learn over time that you like doing a variety of different things. I started out picking up receipts from banks. That's what I was doing. And then I got into medical stuff, and then I got into kind of longer haul, taking, skids of stuff, small skids because I have a small van, or many boxes of stuff, to different cities. And I've also done mail routes where I'm picking up mail like from post offices, not just a handful of mail, but, lots and lots of mail from like the back dock of a post office and taking them to their destination. So be open to whatever's thrown at you at first, and as you figure out what you like and what you don't like and what you're good at, then you can kind of specialize. So now look, we got this Reliable Runners, and we got Cleveland Couriers to check out. And that's just in 5 or 10 minutes, and I'm talking a lot too. So driver with own car, Rapid. Let's do Rapid. Let's see if they give us something more than that. So Rapid, 2 kinds of gigs in Cleveland, packages or drive passengers. I don't like to drive people around, so packages is what I would do. So let's search this. The reason I just didn't search Rapid is because that's such a general word. See, we're not finding things. Let's see if we can find something else from here. Rapid app. Let's see. This is $15 to $25 an hour. If I wasn't on the higher end of that, I wouldn't do it. And it's telling you they're keeping 20% off the top to cover operational costs. Now, let me tell you from my experience, I've had anywhere from 5 to 30% taken off. So 20% is not bad, and I don't want you to think that, oh, they're screwing me over, they're taking 20% out. You just have to make enough money so that you don't miss that 20%. Okay, that's like a cost of doing business. So if you're making $30 an hour, they're going to take $6, which will leave you with $24 an hour. So you have to decide if that's worth it to you. Okay? All right, so let's look at this. Let's see if I can do Rapid app. Cleveland, Ohio. There it is. Want to be a Rapid driver, Rapid Inc. Rider, rapid.com. See? Just take a little bit of a search to find them. So here you go. You can look at the requirements, where it's available. Since this is probably a job app like an Uber Eats or like a DoorDash or something like that, then you can do it on a trial basis and decide if you like it. To me, the app jobs, the app gigs, like the ones I just talked about, Uber Eats, DoorDash, Instacart, Grubhub, all of those are a great way to get into doing courier work, to get you like in the delivery mode. And some people love them because they make a lot of money and they can work whenever they want. They can just sign on when they want to work and sign out when they're done. And I'm going to do a whole video on that too. But some people don't like that idea. So again, check out this website, see what you think, see if it's something that you want to contact them for more information. So now we have 3. All right, let's see what else we have. DoorDash. I'm not going to look up DoorDash right now because that is a strictly app type thing, but could be a good deal. DHL Express. Now, why are they looking for couriers? That's interesting. So they need a courier in Cleveland, delivering documents and packages, recording shipping and packaging information. They probably have an app, route assignments. It does not say if this is a job where you're working for them as an employee or whether it's a 1099 courier independent business job. Let's just type in DHL. Look, I typoed. DHL Express courier jobs. I'm not seeing enough information to see if it's an employee type job or a 1099 job. So you could look on their actual website and you could see what kind of jobs are available. I'm not even going to go as far as to do all this, but we're just going to leave that up there. Okay. Part-time evenings, ProMedica. This is probably a medical carrier jobs. You can, ProMedica kind of gives it away. It's evening, which means you would probably be picking up specimens from lockboxes after doctor's offices open or close and then take them to labs. So doctor's office closes at 5:30. You go pick up their specimens out of a lockbox. These jobs are nice because you don't have to really deal with people all that much. And you just have to make sure you know how to transport medical things, but they usually tell you how to do that. So materials, supplies, equipment, and furniture, so it could get some big things. But again, since this is evenings, I don't think you're going to be, my personal opinion is you're probably not going to be hauling, file cabinets or desks in and out at night. So these are all the things for that. All right, so let's look up ProMedica. Search Google for ProMedica. It's a healthcare company in Northeast Ohio. So this is probably it. Although this doesn't, I think we'd be working for ProMedica, but let's look at ProMedica Courier. Most healthcare companies have a contract with somebody doing their courier work. Most places do not have oops, I better put Cleveland because it's taking me back towards Cincinnati here. ProMedica. Most of them use a contractor. I'm sorry, I'm reading, so I'm getting distracted. but some of them do it in-house or themselves. So this looks like maybe it is part of full-time nights, ProMedica Health Season System. So it might be. All right, so ProMedica Health System courier jobs, all right? Oh, I forgot to put Cleveland. Let's see if we can find their website again. These are all sorts of different job searches. Indeed, Lenza, Glassdoor, ZipRecruiter. Here's Couriers ProMedica. That's what we're looking for. Simply Hired is another job search one. And you can look on any of those as well. Yeah. All right. I guess you can sign up and you can read more about this and see if you want to sign up to see if they have courier jobs available. So this is another one. I'm not going to go through the like details of every website. That's for you in your area to start looking through and see what you think. Okay, Amazon Flex is actually a good deal. You get an app, you can bid for jobs, you can decide to take them. I've had a friend that has made over $50 an hour sometimes with Amazon Flex, but more realistically, she makes about $20 an hour, and she only picks it up when she feels like it. So these are in your own cars. You use an app, you reserve a block, or that's like a amount of time you're available. You make the deliveries, you get paid. Pretty quick, pretty easy. They can load you up, but their app's pretty good at knowing how long it takes to get from A to B to C to D. So it is an option if you want a fill-in job or if you're just looking to get into it part-time. Okay, this is a delivery driver for cannabis dispensary. If you're interested in that, you can look at that. That would probably be kind of like pizza delivery, but for cannabis for this one dispensary. I'm going to skip this one because it's not strictly a courier job. All right. Caviar Inc. is caviar. I said caviar. So it's part of DoorDash. So they want DoorDash people. Cleveland Clinic, that's another medical one. This is scheduled deliveries and pickups, maintaining company delivery vehicles. So this is a clue that you would be driving their vehicle, which means you'd probably be a W-2 employee. So we're going to skip this. Pharmacy courier. Let's see. This would be working for a pharmacy, so probably also you would be let's see, it doesn't say. All right, so you're going to get paid 45 cents per mile. So it doesn't say whether you're going to get a salary on top of that. 45 cents a mile reimbursed probably tells me you're driving your own car. So for me, unless they were also paying me a salary or, you know, a minimum per run or per day or something, that wouldn't be enough for me. That's me personally. And here's why. Okay, 45 cents a mile. Let's say you can drive 60 miles in 1 hour. And I'm not talking strict highway because you got to get on the highway. That's $27 an hour. And that sounds good, except it never works out that way. So I may do a run and I may only drive 50 miles, but it could take me 2 hours because it's through town, it's through traffic. I got to stop and deliver the stuff. I got to find where it is. All the address isn't on the building. I mean, it always takes longer than you think. So for me, unless I was getting paid an extra, like amount per run or per hour or per something, that 45 cents a mile wouldn't be enough. However, I think you should still, let's see, let's go ahead and search for this. I think you should still check it out. Let's see. Here we go. Website. They have a website? All right. I would still check it out. And what it said in the ad was you take it to satellite offices. So this is probably like a central pharmacy, like a big warehouse pharmacy thing, where you're taking stuff out to like their location here and their location here and their location here, to smaller pharmacies where patients actually pick up stuff. So it's kind of like business to business. You're not dealing with people. I wouldn't discount it entirely until I found out more information. I would, look, they have a career tab. I would at least check them out because you need the practice checking them out. Parcel Courier, it's Roadie. Did we already look at Roadie? I don't think we did we? That's DHL, Rapid Runners, Cleveland Couriers, Rapid. Nope, we didn't look at Roadie. So this is a little bit further away. So Roadie is, I think it's an app thing, and you hook up with other people that need things taken from here to there, and then you do that. So Roadie, Cleveland, Ohio. See, it's under appjobs.com. And by the way, appjobs.com is a good way to find all sorts of different app-related jobs like DoorDash and this Roadie and all these kind of things. So that's something that you may want to check into if you're interested in app jobs. Here it is. Here's our actual main website. So check out that. It's, stuff that people want delivered and they can't do it themselves. So interesting. That's something that you might be interested in doing. All right. SQE Delivery, Cleveland, Ohio. Let's go ahead and search Google for this. SQE Delivery. See how I scrolled down and I found their homepage? All right. Services, express package delivery, anything from envelopes, goods, parcels, up to 50 pounds. You could do that in a car, from business to consumers or other businesses. Currently local to Cleveland, so they're only working in Cleveland area. That's probably the metro area, not just the city limits. And they don't even have they don't even have a big website or anything, which tells me this is a small company, and you probably could call this number and get in touch with the Jay Laurent, who's probably the owner, and talk to them. And for me, this would be perfect. This would be a great way to start making contact and to start getting into the delivery business. I personally like dealing with smaller companies where I feel like I can know the people running it. I don't just want to be a number on a punch card, I want to actually know them. The guy that I work with here in Cincinnati, I can just call him up anytime and he answers a phone, or he calls me anytime and we can talk about stuff. Not even just delivery stuff. It's just a smaller environment, and I think people look out for each other more. Now, the downside of that is sometimes they don't always have the business the bigger ones do. So, okay, FedEx, we're going to forget that. Okay, GoPuff, see via app jobs, that's another app one. Instacart, that's an app one. Amazon is a delivery driver, probably driving an Amazon truck, probably salary. Skipcart is an app job, lots of app jobs. DoorDash is an app job. We know that. Medical service company. Here's another one. Medical service company, Cleveland, Ohio. There we go. And you can check them out and see what they do. Try to figure out, there's Couriers. Looks like another one that we looked at. And you can see if there's somebody that you want to contact about working for them. AutoZone, auto parts full-time delivery driver. That is probably going to be working for AutoZone. 6 City Express in Euclid, Ohio is kind of sort of near Cleveland. And let's see, they have a Facebook page. I don't see that they have an actual website, which some smaller companies don't. You could probably contact them through Facebook or see if you can find a phone number for them and just call them. But again, they're probably a smaller company if they don't even have a website. So, look, a delivery service partner with Amazon servicing Euclid and Northeast Ohio. All right, that means that they probably have, they've brokered with Amazon and they're managing X number of drivers that are doing Amazon routes. So Amazon talks to these guys and these guys hire the drivers. And that means Amazon doesn't have to deal with each driver individually, which is nice for Amazon. They like doing that. The guy that I worked for has some Amazon people like that too. So again, they're a smaller company, most likely, but you might have an in there. They might have openings. You don't know. So I would find their phone number. It's probably on their Facebook page or something, and give them a call and see what they're doing and tell them what you want to do. All right. I'm going to stop doing this courier jobs in Cleveland, Ohio, because this video is really long. But before we go, I'm going to do one more thing. I'm going to do a news search for courier companies in Cleveland, Ohio. All right. And what you're going to find is these are not necessarily people that are hiring because they're not listed under jobs. And the reason that they might be putting ads out is to find customers. So if you are a company that needs courier services, you might put in courier companies instead of courier jobs. So these people are not necessarily looking for jobs. You know, they're not necessarily looking for people, but a lot of times there are. So Logistics Carrier Network is, I think they're national or even global. They're pretty big. So you can check out their website if you want. I'm not going to check it out right now. This is a pretty big place also. Oh, this is actually software. It's software for courier, for delivery management software. So then we get to view, let's do view all of the companies. All right, this is a trucking company. Unless you're a truck driver, I would skip those. This is a shipping company. You might check them out, but yeah, you might want to check them out. Reliable Couriers, we already found. Elite Delivery Couriers, we didn't find them. So you can go right to their website. And of course, it didn't open in a new, let's go back here. Let's open their website in a new tab. All right, so then you have another one that you can check out. Midway Delivery Services, they don't even have a website. Well, they do. It just wasn't here. All right. It came out to the same one, didn't it? So this happens sometimes. Midway Couriers came out. Oh, I know what I did. I didn't click on it. All right. Midway Delivery Services does not have a website. I'm sorry. At least they don't have one listed on Google search. Let's just see real quick if they actually do have one. Looks like they're in Business Finder, Quick Transport Solutions. They don't have a website. So for what you would do for this one is call their number and ask them, hey, what do you guys do? Do you have something going on? Do you need extra drivers? Courier Company, LLC has a website, so you can check them out. You know, Cleveland Couriers does not have a website, so you could, there's their phone number, you can call them. So what you're doing basically is first looking for courier jobs and then looking for courier companies that might have been missed in the job search. Personally, I start with the ones that I think are smaller and local, and don't let a fancy website fool you. You can get a fancy website made for not a lot of money these days. It doesn't mean that much about the company. But read their descriptions, read their about us, read their services, call them up and have an intelligent conversation with them and see if they need help. If they don't, ask them, you know, when can I call back? Can I call back in a month? Can I call back in a couple months? I'm looking for gigs now, but I'm always, you know, keeping my contact list growing and all that. So, all right, I don't even know how long this video is, but pretty long. And that's enough searching for today. We covered Cleveland. I will do other areas, like I said at the beginning of this video. So if you want me to highlight your area, then let me know in the contacts and I will put it on the list of courier jobs searches to do. And I'm also going to make a video about like what to say when you call these people. Okay? All right, that's it for now, and I will see you on the road.